Hi, guys. Thank you so much.
The Brady Bunch again?
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to learn more about the Ultimate Reset. Just by being here today, you are taking time out of your busy schedule to make a huge step in your own journey to health. So welcome. In order to get started, I'm going to share my slides. If you can't see them, just type in the chat. Just let me know. Hopefully everybody can see everything. Give me 1 second. Share screen. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Does this look like it's in the way here? Okay. All right. Does everybody see the slides?
Yep.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. So as we're getting started, I want you to imagine this. How would you like to lose these weight? I'm going to mute something. I don't know who that is. Can you hear me? I don't know why that was happening. Sorry. I don't know where that sound was coming from. Okay. So how would you like to lose weight and lose inches? How would you like to gain energy that you've never had before? How would you like to sleep better? How would you like to increase your focus and be regular? And how would you like to attend your 25th high school reunion with complete and total confidence? Right? How would you feel to do those things? Pretty good, right? So what I can tell you is all of the benefits that I just listed were experienced by one of the 5 coaches that are actually on here today. So at least one of us. And we just completed the program on Sunday night was our last night, our last meal. And we went through and got our results Monday morning. And we compiled our list for you tonight of our results. Our final results are gonna be at the end of the presentation. Okay, so who are we? We are 5 Beachbody coaches. All of us have been doing this for at least a year, if not 2 or more. And none of us have ever done the Ultimate Reset before. So what we decided to do was, in order to be the best coaches that we could possibly be, we wanted to complete this program to the letter. I'm talking to the detail, the timing, the supplements at their correct time, the recipes down to the teaspoon. We were perfect on this program because we wanted to bring to our coaches and our customers the most honest review of this program we possibly could. Okay, so we decided to give it a go. So why should we reset? And why would anybody want to, right? So because we are surrounded with toxins and pollutants in every single thing that we do, that's why. We have hundreds of pollutants in our air that we breathe, in the food that we eat, the water that we drink, and we needed to take a break from all of that and completely reset our body healthy from the inside out. Next slide. Sorry. Okay. So what is this reset? It's a 3-week, 3-phase meal and supplement plan that helps cleanse your full system. And like a pregnancy, it actually comes in 3 different phases. There is the reclaim phase, the release phase, and the restore phase. And each of them have specific goals, specific to doing different things to cleanse your body, to reduce any toxins, of course, and actually restore your body to maximum efficiency. Okay, some of the benefits, you've already heard our results.
Can you, OfficialLish, can you change the slides? The slides aren't changing.
I have been. Can you see them now?
We're still on the first one.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I'll show you. Here's the pretty side of us. There's the reset slide.
Okay, good.
There's the what is it? And there's your benefits. Okay, so we're caught up. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Sorry about that. So some of the benefits, more energy, better mood, you're going to lose weight, you're going to experience a feeling of cleaner and leaner. It's just this empty feeling. It feels amazing. You're just going to feel lighter, and overall you can reduce your blood pressure, you'll reduce your cholesterol, and your skin is clearer, and so on and so on and so on. There's so many benefits to this program. It's wonderful. What it is not, the reset is not a program where you will be starving. So it's not a 600 calorie, it's not a cookie diet, it's not a juice cleanse, it's nothing like that. This is real whole food, clean foods that most days you're gonna be eating a salad the size of your head. It's amazing how much food you're actually eating. You will feel full. There were only, I think, 2 days where I felt hungry, and I think it was more related to the emotional connection to food because they were on Fridays. Friday nights, I was feeling a little bit down. So, but overall, holistically, I wasn't hungry on this program. You will also not spend all your days on the toilet. You actually find that when you do go to the bathroom, you will be more efficient and more consistent. So it's not like a laxative type of a program, which is a big concern for many people. So, all right. So what do you get?
Thank you.
Oh, got a question?
I think, okay. So I think someone just came on the phone, so you might just want to mute them. Yeah.
Okay, I think I got them. All right, what's included in the reset? What do you get? For each phase, you will be taking a combination of each of these all natural supplements. So you can also add your Shakeology to it if you do drink Shakeology as a meal replacement or as a snack, depending on which phase you're in. And I would strongly suggest that you get the vegan versions, because the second and third week of the Ultimate Reset, you will be 100% vegan. One of the benefits that came out of this was we purchased the combo pack of tropical strawberry and chocolate, and to complement this program, and they are so delicious. I have definitely replaced my chocolate. I will not be getting the regular chocolate anymore, and my husband is hooked on the tropical vegan strawberry. He said this is much better than the regular strawberry, and I already ordered my second box. So it is so good, so creamy and delicious. All right. What you will also receive, you get, oh shoot, I didn't bring it up. Lisa, I know you have yours. Will you show us the book? Yes, you get this Bible, this wonderful detailed step-by-step program. There is a new version, a new release that came out this month. Oh, look at her. She's like Vanna White over there. Thank you, Lisa. That book is amazing. It's got all the meal plans, recipes, and hundreds of tips for the program. Mine is beaten up to shreds for going through the 3 weeks. I took it to the grocery store, I carried it in my purse. I had it with me at all times. I had it open like a recipe book. It is all beaten to shreds. You also get a small pouch that you can carry your supplements with, that you can take your supplements. So if you go to work, you can count out your supplements that you'll need for the day, zip it up, throw it in your purse, throw it in your lunchbox, and take it to work. Also, you get an all-natural, beautiful bracelet. Can you see my bracelet? Any program that gives me jewelry, I'm happy. But what this does is it reminds you of your path, your journey, your intent with this program. So it's super cute, totally comfortable, and it really does work. It keeps you on target. And most importantly, when you use the links that the one of us provide to you, you get to be coached by us. So the 5 of us have not only committed to doing this program, but we just had such a wonderful time working together. We decided to host a challenge group starting up this week. So we're gonna have prep week this week. But the 5 of us are going to be hosting that, sharing everything that we've learned, sharing detailed updates every single day. So we know what's going to happen to your body each day. We know tips on how to be successful in this program because we've done it. Okay. And another wonderful resource that you're going to get access to is the support tool of the Ultimate Reset website. This is by far one of the most beautiful website portals I have ever seen. It's gorgeous and it's super user friendly. It has day-by-day breakdown of, I mean, you can see in the picture here, day-by-day breakdown of each phase. You click on the day and it tells you what you're going to be eating, what supplements you're going to be taking. You can click on the food and it tells you how to make it. It's so pretty. You also can print off by week your grocery list, and it has check boxes next to it. So go through your pantry. If you already have extra virgin olive oil, cross it off. If you already have red wine vinegar, there you go. Jenna's showing us beautiful printouts. I mean, I would wish my regular grocery list looked like that. It's just beautiful. Also, what the day by day, Jenna printed out day by day so that she could take notes on it and kept them. So really good stuff there. You also can sign up for, if you've already made your purchase, I would log into this website as soon as possible and choose next Monday as your start date, because you will get to your home email, you will get day by day helpful emails that explain to you. Again, Jenna's showing us your day by day emails. Showing you exactly what your body is going through on that day. So it will tell you if you're going to expect, you're going to be cold today. I was a strange little thing that was happening to my body that I had no idea, but it was in that email. So sign up for those emails and pay attention to them because they're extremely valuable. Okay, so why is the Ultimate Reset different from other cleanses? Well, first of all, it's not a crash diet. It's not fake stuff. It's not, all soy, or like I said earlier, it's not the cookie diet or the juice cleanse. And it's also, you're going to be eating real food all day long, and you're going to reduce your body's dependency on negative things such as alcohol, caffeine, sugar. That all is going to go away. So if you are starting with this next Monday, I would strongly suggest as soon as possible, start limiting your intake of those items, because it's going to make your start so much easier. The first few days, they say, are the hardest. There are some people who are down and out because you are recovering from a caffeine or alcohol addiction that you're just trying to detox from that. So do yourself a favor and start a few days earlier, and it's going to make it a lot better for you. Also, you actually learn from this program. Unlike a lot of other cleanses, you will learn techniques, habits, recipes, foods that you will use long after this program is over. And ultimately, sorry, my dog's sitting right here. He's like, I don't know if you can see him, but you will restore your body to its factory settings, which is wonderful stuff. Okay, so that is the end of my screen share. I'm going to go back to my my gallery view. If you guys aren't on gallery view is the best way because you can actually see everybody's faces at once. And then I want to, if you would, unmute yourself and ask any question you may have. Oh, no, I'm going to do results first. I'm sorry. So who wants to go first with results?
You want me to go?
Yes, go.
I'll go first again. Okay, so I did mine a little bit different. I limited myself for the autoimmune disease one. So I eliminated soy and beans, grains, all of those kind of things. So mine was very basic, what I ate. And when I started, my pH was very acidic. I had so much trouble losing weight. And by week 2, my pH was completely balanced. I started losing weight, obviously. And overall, I didn't take my measurements, which I recommend that you guys do, as well as before and after pictures. like Lish did, but I lost a total of 12 pounds.
Yeah.
But all of the other benefits were, you know, just as important.
Mhm.
Can you explain? I actually had someone ask me about this today. So for the recording purposes, can you explain why you did the autoimmune version? What's going on in your body that if you're willing to share?
Oh, sure. I have fibromyalgia and celiac disease, and a sluggish thyroid, although my numbers are fine. So, and food absolutely affects, you know, especially your gut. So if your gut isn't healthy, then your body's not healthy. And my gut was not healthy. And the foods affected my fibromyalgia. Oh, little person, hey, even more. So, you know, and I'd gone to the doctors. I've tried, you know, I was on all kinds of medicine, all of that kind of stuff, but my metabolism just was shot. I just wasn't losing. I think that the most I would lose at any time was like maybe 5 pounds over like, you know, a couple months. But yeah, this really reset everything. Ultimate reset. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's important. I think that matters.
Yeah.
So appreciate it. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
I started the Ultimate Reset to break some bad habits that I had been kind of falling into kind of since Christmas. I think with Christmas, you know, the holidays, and then I had a couple of vacations in there. I had just kind of become a little looser with my nutrition, so I kind of needed to tighten that down. And I needed to break the habit of just having a glass of wine here and there when I felt like it, because I used to just be, upon my whole last 2 years, just I would have a drink or two on Saturday night, and I kind of got a little looser with that, and I didn't like that pattern that it was causing. And I also became I also had an old habit from my older days creep in of kind of snacking in the middle of the night when I would get up with the kids or the puppy, because I was up multiple times in the middle of the night, and my body would say that I was hungry. And it might have been hungry because it might have been 6 or 8 hours since I ate dinner, but I didn't need to eat anything. But because I was waiting for the dog, or I was waiting to put the child back to bed, I grabbed like a tablespoon of peanut butter, and you know, peanut butter is like sinfully delicious. So
Yum.
I need to like lock that peanut butter down. So I broke those 2 habits, which were my best non-scale victories. I also lost 14 pounds and 11.25 inches.
Wow.
My blood pressure went down by 20 points.
Wow.
Which was amazing. And I had a non-scale victory with my push-ups. I was able to do more push-ups the day after the reset ended by 5 push-ups. I was able to do 30 straight push-ups. So that was huge to me because I did not want to do the reset because I was not going to be able to exercise for those 3 weeks. And exercise was like my sanity. But I broke through that barrier, and then my exercise, it's going to go through the roof now. So I'm excited. And my last thing, sorry, I'm on a tangent. Is that I have been able to go out to multiple events and say no to snacky situations, which I would have said, oh, I can do it. I'm just maintaining right now. Let me have a little bite of that, or let me have a little piece of that. And I've been out to multiple events and been able to say no, or bring my food, and totally not feel like I was missing out on anything, which was huge. I was more focused on the conversation, who I was talking to, what, you know, the experience of the event rather than the food. So that was huge too. So those were mine.
Can you share what the events were? Because I think that matters.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I had all different types of events. So my first event started with my husband coming home from a long business trip saying, hey, babe, I want to take you out to lunch. And I'm in the kitchen making my reset lunch. And I'm going like, oh, no, I can't go. But when your husband comes home after a long business trip and says, hey, babe, I want to take you out to lunch, you go, you know. So I went and I ate on the reset plan, I just tailored what I ordered at the restaurant to fit that, and it was fine. And then I came home and had an extra little side. It was like a lentil salad that I had made earlier or whatever, and it was just a small portion. But I ate that when I got home because I was really looking forward to it, and it complemented what I had at the restaurant. I went to 2 home parties. One was a party, like a cocktail and hors d'oeuvre party with women, and I just stayed out of the kitchen. I ate before I went. It was no big deal. The other one was a first birthday party, and of course it was crazy snack madness. I didn't eat anything. I took my salad across the street. I think the hostess thought I was bringing something to contribute to the food, but I was like, no, this is my salad. I'm going to eat this. And I sat down at the table, and it was totally fine. And then, I went to the zoo, and I took my lunch while the kids and Ken, we were celebrating my husband's birthday. He turned 40 in the middle of all this. And I took my whole lunch, and they ate concessions, and I was fine. And we went to the movies the next weekend, and they ate concessions, and I took my apple and my water at the movies. And my daughter's sitting there next to me eating popcorn and ice cream, and it didn't even faze me. So I survived all of those events, and I wasn't even grouchy about it. It was really no big deal, which blew my mind.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead and go because some of mine are really similar to Jenna's. I was also getting into some bad habits with drinking wine during the week and snacking, not necessarily in the middle of the night, but after my kids went to bed, sitting on the couch, reading a book, watching TV, starting my snacking, and all those. I would work hard all day, working out, and eating right, and then I was kind of sabotaging it at night, So I knew I needed to do something, and I'd been doing all these workout programs, and the weight just was not coming off, and I still have about 30 pounds to lose to get to a healthy weight range. So I knew I needed to do something to kind of kickstart things and change some habits. So that was a huge thing that I broke. We finished Sunday. It's now Wednesday. I'm not snacking at night. Haven't had a glass of wine. So I did break some of those really, they are habits. That's all they are, is a habit. Like Jenna, I went to a couple different social situations, went to a cookout, and I brought my Asian stir-fried veggies and ate them and drank my water, and no one cared. No one made a big deal. It was all friends, and they knew I was trying to be healthy, and no one gave me a hard time, and I didn't feel like I was out of the loop, and I liked that I was aware of what was going on around me, and like Jenna said, you just enjoy the people you're with, so it's not a big deal. I lost 10 pounds and 10.5 inches. I have a tendency to lose weight pretty slowly, so even when I was doing 21-day fix and following it to a T, working out every day, extremely strict with my containers, the most I ever lost was 6.5 pounds. So that was a lot for me. My husband said I was not snoring anymore at night, so that was good. I struggled with acid reflux. I wasn't dealing with that, probably because I wasn't snacking and drinking wine anymore. So my acid reflux went away. I'm just feeling better, sleeping better, and now I've gotten up the last 2 mornings at 4:30 to work out. And normally I would drink my Energize, which is a Beachbody. I don't want to say energy drink because it's not, but it has some natural green tea caffeine in it, and I haven't had to have that. Haven't had any caffeine, any extra sugar, and I'm still up at 4:30 getting my workout in. So, and I think all of us can also say we've continued eating like this, even though the reset's over. We're still making all of the recipes because they're amazing. So it's hard to explain all of the results because people only hear the weight and the inches, but it's so much more than that.
Absolutely. Lisa, can you talk a little bit about you as a teacher, how you were able to incorporate this program going to school every day?
Yeah, it helped that I was already used to meal prepping on the weekends. So what I did was I grocery shopped on Saturdays and I meal prepped on Sundays. And I would look through my book, and anything that I knew I could make ahead of time, I did. So I would cook my rice and my quinoa ahead of time. I would chop all the veggies up for salads ahead of time. A meal called for lentils, I cooked it ahead of time. If there were a couple soups that were for dinners, I knew I couldn't get home at 4:30 and have dinner on the table at 5. I had to cook a soup. So I would make those ahead of time. And so the meal prepping really helped, and just packing everything and bringing it to school. The timing of it was a little bit of a challenge at first because you have to take your supplements at certain times based on your meals. But if you are a teacher, you know, your whole day is very regimented. Everything is to the minute. So it actually wasn't that bad. I'm used to looking at the clock all day long for certain things to happen at certain times. So, but just know that if you are busy, if you're working full time, I have 2 small kids. My husband did it with me, which did help with the meal prep and the grocery shopping, I'll admit. And support as well. But it's definitely doable if you're working full time.
Thank you. Thanks, Lisa. I think that matters. I think some people think that, you know, we're just sitting around at home and just cooking food all day. So it's good to know that, you know, you can go to work as well. So thank you for sharing that.
It's funny. My alarm went off at 2:45 today, and the girls go, "Mommy, it's Power Greens time."
I was looking at the clock too.
Yeah, because you always set little alarms on your phone, you know?
Yeah, that's actually a really good thing to mention. Jenna, do you want to talk about how you did that?
Yes, I did do that because my day is not as regimented as Lisa's. So I found that time would go by, a lot of time would go by and I would have forgotten to take my supplements. So my cell phone was my best friend. As soon as I had my supplements in the morning, I set an alarm. You're supposed to eat, 30 minutes after. So I would set an alarm for 20 minutes and know that that last 10 minutes I needed to make my breakfast, either prep my fruit or get my Shakeology ready or whatever. And then I would set it for, 4 hours after that for my lunch, and then 30 minutes. So I just used my alarms on my phone all the time. And that kept me good, because when I didn't, that's when I kind of messed up the timing of things, or then I would be too late eating dinner, so it's very helpful to have a little alarm.
Thank you. It's true. That was huge. It was a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Jen, you want to go?
Am I up? Sure. I just wanted to comment and piggyback on what Jenna was saying, how she took her meals to a lot of different functions. I also did, my kids are in sports, so we're like at baseball practice or games every day, it seems like. And I commute 90 miles 3 days a week. So, back and forth, and it wasn't a huge deal to be carrying my gallon of water with me, my supplements, and that little pouch that Alicia was talking about. There was actually one weekend where we had a baseball tourney, so I had to pack the salads and bring everything with me. And the whole team was ordering subs. The team mom was ordering from Jimmy John's, and normally you'd feel weird kind of being the odd person out sitting there eating your salad, but actually it was kind of interesting because it was a nice conversation starter, because then people started talking to me and I started talking about the Ultimate Reset. So I kind of thought that was fun to share with other people what I was doing. So anyway, I'll jump into, I jotted down 6 of my top non-scale victories. There are so many positive things that happen to your body when you're going through this. So I wanted to make sure I shared all of them with you. And also the importance of daily journaling. So I kept my notes in this little tablet and carried it in my purse with me, because you're really in tune with your body and you notice changes that are going on. So the first one I want to talk about is your skin. So you're drinking a lot of water. I was pretty good about drinking water, but I don't think I really drank a gallon per day. And it showed. I could tell that my skin looked a lot healthier. I wasn't breaking out. I sometimes break out around my chin and my mouth. And I never knew what caused it. I kind of thought, it's hormones or stress. But actually I didn't break out these whole 3 weeks. So it could be something that I was eating that I didn't know about. So now as I introduce the foods back into my diet in the next couple of weeks, then perhaps I'll know what triggered those breakouts. I even had, you're paying attention to your body and things are happening on the inside and out. But I even had, one of the baseball moms tell me wow, your skin is it looks great. You just look healthy. So it's just really interesting that other people noticed. And then also on the skin thing, I have bad eczema on my hands. And right before we started the reset, they were pretty broken out, red and dry and just swollen and itchy. By the second week, they were all cleared up, and they still are. So that was a positive. I didn't really think about it curing my eczema, which was really nice. And my headaches. So in the morning, I usually wake up with sinus headaches. And the first week, day 2, I did have a headache, probably from caffeine withdrawal. But after that, my sinus headaches were gone. So I woke up just feeling refreshed. I haven't felt that way in a while, since I usually have headaches when I wake up. So that gave me more energy, obviously, because I wasn't taking an hour to, get over my headache. Another one, my third one was digestion. So I drink coffee on a daily basis, not for the caffeine. I like the taste of coffee. But recently I was drinking it more as like to help me to stay regular, a digestion thing. So I realized I didn't need that. I mean, eating the fruits and veggies is healthy enough, and you stay regular just eating those healthy foods. I also didn't have any like bloating or stomach issues, so I felt really good there. My clothes were fitting better. I just felt good, lean. Pants that were tight on me weren't tight anymore, which was nice. Let's see what else. So I just, I didn't do this program as a weight loss program. I had heard of other cleanses, but, like Lisha said, I didn't want to do a juice cleanse, and all those other cleanses kind of scared me. But just reading all the resources that we have through Beachbody and the support groups is huge. And this group of ladies was awesome. You have partners in this that you can bounce ideas off of and ask questions. So it's huge to have that support. If I did this on my own, I don't think I would have done it, because it's kind of scary. You don't know, what you're getting yourself into. So that was definitely a bonus for me. So I did end up losing 6 pounds, which was really good. And it was, surprisingly all in the right areas. And I did notice that my body is more toned. My arms are toned, and you don't work out these 3 weeks. So that was a nice surprise. And then, so my sixth one that I wrote down, my ultimate victory, which I had no clue going into this that it would affect this. But I have chronic pain. I have endometriosis, which I've suffered with for several years. And I had surgery 1.5 years ago. And I felt better after the surgery, like a month after, but then like by the second month, the pain was back. So even, the surgery couldn't help it. So it was gone. And I was like, wow, I couldn't believe this program helped heal my insides in that way. So that was pretty much it. So if you suffer from chronic pain like Amy, this program helps with that too.
That's awesome, Jen. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. It just blows my mind.
I know. I'm like, why didn't my doctor tell me that? Eat more fruits and veggies.
And we sit here and we think that we're clean eating.
Yes.
And it's supposed to, and clean eating feels fantastic, but then you take it to a whole new level. And I swear, this is one more thing that I want to add. I want to piggyback on that, is that I think all of our minds in the past 3 weeks have just been blown left and right. Mm-hmm. We've had more energy. Yes. We've had bigger victories. We've decided big things that we want to do with our life. We made big steps in this direction. Like all these things that I feel like the reset has brought up in us, it's kind of like come to the surface. It just blows my mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. That's my non-scale victory is I have an attention span of a gnat. I seriously do. I can do 4 things at one time and pretty much get most of it done. But I also find things like I walk back into the kitchen and the water's running. Little stuff like that happens to me all the time. I just don't have that kind of attention span. But for me, the biggest non-scale victory was I was able to paint my shed for 8 hours, 2 days in a row. And it looks amazing, but I never, ever, ever would have been able to stand there and do that for 2 days in a row. And since then, I've been noticing I am so much more productive. I remember things better. I'm getting things done that I've wanted to do for a very long time. And just, it's such a good productive feeling, crossing off the list. So I'm also down. I did want to lose weight. Unlike Jen, I did want to lose some weight. I had creeped into some bad habits again, drinking during the week, things like that. Having more than one cheat meal a week, and just to be completely honest. And I lost 13.6 pounds in 21 days, which is the most I've ever lost on any Beachbody program. I've done like 11 of them. And down 7.5 inches, 3.5 inches in my waist, which is my weak point. That's where my beer sits. So 3.5 inches in my waist is a big deal. But there was something else I wanted to add. Hold on one second. Just getting things done is such an amazing feeling. I can't even explain to you how crystal clear my mind is. I will wake up between 5 and 6 a.m. naturally, wide awake, alert, with so many things that I want to think about. And if you know me at all, I am not a morning person. So for me, that was huge. It's huge. So I think that's everything. I think that's all of mine. Oh, I remember. There was another one. I am not angry on this program. So with every other program that I've done, I feel restricted. I feel held back. Like I can't have this. So I feel almost angry that I go, well, I can't have it because I'm on this program. Limited is probably a good word. With this particular program, I felt empowered. I felt like I was doing this for a higher purpose. I wasn't doing this because just superficial reasons or whatever. This team rocks, and this program made me so focused that I knew that I didn't want to eat that pizza or drink those beers. I did not have a drop of beer. And Julie, you girl, I love my beers. So for me to not do that is just amazing. It's just really, really good. So that's mine.
I have one more thing that I want you to clarify on too. You also cooked the reset meals for your entire family. Talk about that for a second.
Yeah. So what I did was for breakfast and lunch and snack, I only cooked for myself. But for dinner, I quadrupled the recipes every single night, and I cooked for my husband, who's 44, and my son, who's 14, and my daughter, who's 13. And they ate every single thing that I cooked. I did not make extra, chicken nuggets and French fries on the side, nothing. I made what was on the plan. And every night they gobbled it up. Every single night. So if there's one thing that I do recommend is don't be a short order cook. Give it a shot. Try it. Don't go to the substitution list just because you don't like edamame. Try it. It is phenomenal. The recipes are delicious. Also, your taste buds change. We didn't mention that yet. Your taste buds, everything is sweeter. I had honeydew melon the other day. I thought tasted like candy. So when you're trying these new foods that, you've never tried, tahini, I've never had tahini before. I never had, what was the other thing? I mean, just unbelievable things that we've tried. Homemade sushi, so delicious. I remember we were, messaging each other on our phones. This is the most delicious sushi. Why am I spending $100 at a sushi shop when I can make this at home for $25, $30? So
coconut collard greens. I hate coconut. I have never ever had collard greens. I would never eat them in a million years. Delicious. I've had it 3 times in the last week. Delicious.
Yes. Those Asian veggies that Lisa was talking about taste like Chinese takeout. Are you kidding me? They are so good. And you can make them at home in 10 minutes. Boom.
I'm glad you said that about the substitution list, though, because although we suggest to try everything on the menu, you can make substitutions. And on, there's a nice, it's on the website, or I think it's on the website, or we'll provide it. It's a 10-page list of things that you can substitute, which is fantastic. So say you run out of something, because a lot of times everything's fresh, and you might use up all your cucumbers in your salad or whatever. You might be, oh no, what else can I have in my salad rather than cucumbers? God forbid you should run out of cucumbers. You can look it up on this list. It's fantastic. This is a list that I will keep in my kitchen cabinet to sub whenever I have any recipe, really, and it calls for something else. I'll be like, oh, well, what's a fair substitution for it? And I will look at this list. So this is another gold mine of information that you can use, even though we suggest trying everything at least once,
Yeah.
There are also the reset and a crunch meals. So if you're going to be like on the run and you don't have time to, cook those sushi rolls, put those together. I did that a couple of times when we were running into baseball practices, the reset and a crunch. It gives you for each week, each meal, kind of quicker things you can pull together. Those are really helpful.
Yeah. All right, so we've thrown a lot at you guys. What questions do you have for us?
Am I the only one that hasn't done this yet?
No, we have four people who haven't done it on the call now.
I can't, because Laura, we can't see Laura, and there's a phone number that we don't know, that I don't know, I guess.
I've not done it either. I'm Carla.
Carla.
Oh, you haven't either? Okay.
No.
Well, just a brief background really fast. Sorry about my string bean. He, like, doesn't go to sleep, so. So I finally got him to the TV, so he should be fine. But, I wait on Lish at Fishtails, and she's awesome, and she's kind of got me like really hooked on this like idea, and she knows after my second son that I'm super nervous and I just can't get my body straight again, and I had this like pooch, and I think is it Jenna? I'm sorry, I'm trying to hear. Is it Jenna?
Yeah.
Okay. You posted a picture of you in your bathing suit today or yesterday maybe. And I was like super inspired because I think I saw your transformation as well. So I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like completely beautiful. So I'm just nervous. The only thing I'm kind of nervous about doing, mine might be in my mailbox. I'm not sure. I ordered it when I talked to you the other day, but I don't know if I got it yet. My husband's super nervous about me being moody because I did is it the 3-day? Was it the 3-day?
Refresh.
Yeah. Totally different.
He was like, I hate you right now. So it's like, I love food. I'm totally a foodie. So I'm actually excited to see like the kind of things I can do. I just got a little veggetti from Bed Bath & Beyond today, so I'm really excited. But I didn't know if like anybody had any kind of like tips like for that kind of stuff, because Lish knows like I'm like super like time crunchy, but I also am doing it with our kitchen manager at my work. So I'm hoping that she kind of like hops on board with maybe doing some meal prep with me. So I'm really stoked that your name at the top, the lost 6 pounds with your eczema.
Jen,
thank you. My husband has super bad hands and skin, and I'm trying to get him on board too. He also severely snores.
Yeah, that'll help.
Said she's not snoring, so I'm kind of like hoping that this jumpstarts him a little bit too. He is my sweet tooth guy though, so unfortunately I do have a lot of sweets in the house for my kids and for him, and he kind of like tricks and stuff like that, I guess, that you could recommend me like not trying to go for it. Like I've been really good lately. I've been trying to like do a little bit of changes because I knew I was going to do this, so like just switching over, you know, having like hummus and carrots instead of having like something at work or something like that. But I guess just like the little things I'm worried about, like, you know, being moody and all that kind of stuff.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I will say it is a transition, so you have to give yourself some grace with it, first of all. Like, give yourself a chance. And knowing that your husband is on you know, supporting you through this, and just tell him, just say, I may be a little moody or a little emotional, or I'm not really sure what this is about. Just give me some grace this first week. I'm going to figure it out. And you will have a wonderful support group with all of us here. You know, we will be there anytime you need us. You're going to check into that group, and you can vent away and you can share. So don't feel like you're alone with this. And any changes that happen, it's going to be like a journey. So just because you might be, say you are moody, well, you could be moody on a good day, right? I mean, we all get moody, you know? Or emotional or whatever. So say you are, tomorrow will be completely different. And it's a journey.
I think like just to talk about the emotions right now, I don't think moody was ever one that we touched on, you know. Now I was a big fat crybaby, I'll just tell you. But not in a bad way. Like somebody would tell me a story about their kids and I'd be like, oh, really? You know, like everything made me cry. And
toxins were coming out in your tears.
They were. Like everything is heightened. So like I was super happy and I'm like, oh my God, that's wonderful. Sobbing tears. We read a story. I'm a second grade teacher. We read a story about a wolf pup, and I'm crying, and the kids are like, why are you sad? I'm like, I'm not, it's just beautiful. You know? But I don't think that grouchy or moody was, I didn't experience that. I don't think, did any of you guys? I don't think.
I was a little bit. The only reason I was a little grouchy though was because I had not prepped my food for like 2 days. And so I felt stressed out because I was going to be in the kitchen. And so the next day I got up a half an hour earlier and then I was not moody. So it was just a readjustment of my schedule and setting alarms on my phone that made me not moody. So, but I was totally emotional and loving and just like, I love you, man. So, yeah.
One of the things I want to say, Julie, what's that?
What Julie was saying, you were worried you're going to like snack and want sugar and stuff. I will say it ends up being like a whole mental thing. Once you realize like when you get your book and you read it and you understand what your body's going through, it is like a cleanse, a detox, and you are removing all those things. So you're not going to want to mess it up by putting that back in. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I would make a few snacks and things for my kids. Normally I would take little bites here and there, but not during this. It was because I knew it was such an internal cleanse. Like if I put those foods back in, I would be like, oh, I just worked so hard to get all those out. I just put them back in again.
Plus you invested in it.
Yeah, you do. You really, so I strongly suggest you read the book when you get it, so you understand like what's happening and why you're taking the supplements and eating the food you are. By understanding it made it so you didn't really want to cheat. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
yeah, no, I'm 100% like when I commit to do something like that, like I almost make it a game for myself because it's like, well, I'm the winner, like I'm gonna win. So
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm like cracking up because my kitchen manager, she's hysterical, but I'm just like, I like forced her to do this. I'm like, you want to do this? And she's like, I do want to do this. And I was like, let's compete. And she's like, oh, you right now. I was like, whatever, you already signed up. Who cares? So, but awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally ready for it. Like, and I've told Lish before, like I make a funny joke because I was both C-sections with both my kids, and I swear they left scissors in there. Like, I'm like, it's the joke of like everything. I'm like, I'm just not right. Like, I'm actually really excited to be regular. Like, that's really creepy, but like, it's all my entire life I've been that way. So I've always struggled with like actually going to the bathroom, and I'm like excited to be able to do that.
You will love week one. Good.
You will love week one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Week one was the best.
I actually joke about it, and I haven't put it in this particular one, but I will say it for you, Julie, is day 9, I had the most productive, wonderful, euphoric poop I've ever had in my entire life. It was like, I've said this so many times to this team, but I have to say it again, I felt like my lungs were going to fall out of my body. It was just so cleansing. It was such a wonderful day. I was like a dog running in the backyard, super happy because it was just so clean. So I think it's going to be wonderful. Another thing I want to bring up that you mentioned that is huge for me is I have done the 3-day refresh 4 times, and every time I'm a grumpy pants. I do not do well on that program. Jenna and I did some research. That program is about 900 calories a day. This program is about 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day. So you won't be as hungry, which is huge. For me, I remember going to bed on the 3-day refresh at like 7:30 just because I was an irritable monster. So although there are some people on this call who have a wonderful experience with the 3-day refresh. So 9 pounds in 3 days. So not saying it doesn't work. It does work. It's just, it's hard. I find this to be easier emotionally, I found.
Yeah. And Julie, as far as like the sweet tooth cravings, you can have, Alicia mentioned it earlier, chocolate and strawberry vegan Shakeology. So you can have that as a breakfast or as a snack in the afternoon. So I found that helps with this, like the sweet cravings, but eventually they go away. And the fruit. Yeah. And the amount of fruit, I mean, I've always loved veggies, but you literally eat 3 cups of fruit in the morning for breakfast, and it's filling.
This much fruit.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, I'm excited. Our local farmers market opened like today, so
yay!
Right there. So I love that place. So
where is it?
Where is it? I was going to say, where is it? I want to go.
I don't, Lish, I think you might know, but like right down 611, like you pass Green Turtle West, and it's like right down that road right there. It's called Birches. It's really awesome. It's all locally, like all that kind of stuff. They also have a Berlin Organics that's like right on 611 as well. So it's like perfect placement for me. I'm like right there. So
Nice. Okay. Amy's in Bethany, so.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, just seeing you makes me want to go to Fish Sale. Yeah.
You're going to go there next time.
I'm going to sneak in and check on you.
Water?
I'll be like,
We're going to have our next team meeting at Fishtails. That's what I'll say about that.
Yep. Sounds good.
How about Laura? Do you have any questions you want to type into the chat maybe? Anything else we're forgetting while Laura's thinking? Did we cover everything?
Did we talk about the water?
The salt water, yeah.
Yeah,
We didn't talk about it.
Oh.
Do you want to take that one, Amy? You want to talk about the water for a second?
Oh, okay. So the water is very important. It is distilled water, and you put a fourth of a teaspoon of mineralize in your gallon of water, and you drink that all day long. And I actually I like it. I've continued. I just got my second bottle of mineralize in the mail yesterday. And I just find it, because water, we know we have to drink it. It's hard to drink. I find it hard to drink. This is not hard to drink whatsoever. And it basically is, the distilled water is, Lish, you were talking about it before, it's water with every single thing taken out. And then we just add back the healthy minerals that our body needs.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Thank you.
Drink as much, because I sort of, even though I was drinking a gallon, my lips would be dry, in the beginning, and so I started drinking 1.5 gallons.
Yeah, there were most days I was drinking 1.5 gallons. I found it very, very easy to drink. Other than lifting the gallon to my face, carrying my gallon around.
I know, and you would do that. You would do that. That's so weird. Pour it in a cup.
Water bottle.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
I think somebody typed something, a question.
Laura said, is there anything to consider if someone has a lot of weight to lose in terms of calorie consumption? I'd be concerned that that my body would freak out. And how do the supplements go with medications? That's a couple different parts. So let's break it down. My personal opinion is if you have a lot of weight to lose, your body will probably not freak out because it is actually a lot of food, and the food that you are eating is very filling. For example, one of the things that we learned through this process, Laura, is that 500 calories of vegetables fills your stomach up so much more than 500 calories of fats or of other food. So the food is very, very filling. And there were actually many times that a few of us could not actually eat the whole portion. So I would not worry at all about being hungry there. And also on the Ultimate Reset website, there are many, many success stories of people of all shapes and sizes. So that's my thoughts. Does anybody else have anything to add with that?
I think the same, and I will talk about the medication thing. I am off most of my medication for my fibromyalgia, except for I do have one medication, and it didn't bother me at all. So I think that because they're completely natural, the supplements, that it's not going to affect your medication whatsoever.
I do know on the website, it does say if you are taking medication, you may want to consult your doctor, which would be absolutely understandable because a lot of people use this to get off of medication or to try for a few weeks without medication. And I would absolutely 1000% suggest talking to your doctor.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go off anything.
You can't do that by yourself.
Right.
But I think with the doctor's approval, you know, hand in hand or watching you during this, that's something that you guys could decide. The idea is to not treat your body with any other medicines while this. So if you get a little bit of a headache, you're not supposed to pop 2 ibuprofen or 2 Tylenol. You're supposed to just deal with the headache. You don't want to put in any other toxins, but medicines that your body has relied on for many years, there's some caution that you need to take in order to do so.
Yeah, when you get a headache, which you probably will, guzzle that water and suck it up, because don't take any ibuprofen or anything like that.
Although I was shocked, I am very prone to migraines, and I had 3 over the 3 weeks. I had 3 teeny tiny headaches. I was so worried that because I had Energize and booze and coffee the weekend before, that I was going to be like laid out on day 1 or day 2 or day 3. And I had a couple of teeny tiny headaches, but nothing significant. So, and every person is different. You know, every person, it's a different experience for all 5 of us that did it. We all had a different experience. So, I think it's totally worth considering.
Jenna, she also asks cost. Do you want to talk about cost for a second?
Sure do. So there's several different ways that you can get the Ultimate Reset. It is $199 for the complete kit, and that includes your supplements, your book, the access to the newsletter, the website, your coaching, and all of that jazz. It is $275 for a challenge pack, and that includes a 30-day, we suggest a 30-day bag of Shakeology, just because it's more servings than the box. And if you are already receiving Shakeology HD, which is home direct, you know, an automatic shipment every 30 days, we suggest that you change that to vegan, because vegan is easier for your body to digest and process. And there's a big savings if you get a dual pack. So if 2 people, and we suggest in the same house, like Lisa and her husband, and Lisa, you can talk about that. There's an even a bigger savings. So that's the lowdown on the cost.
Cool.
I recommend getting it with the Shakeology, though. I had my Shakeology every single day, and it helped. I would die without my Shakeology.
I know, I agree. And I missed my greenberry, but now I don't want to go back to it. Isn't that funny? I mean, I'm a die-hard greenberry fan. It's my favorite one, and I've given it up for the last few days in the last 3 weeks. So
is the Shakeology still like a sub a meal? Like, so you wouldn't do like something like on the plan, you would just do your Shakeology instead, kind of thing?
Yeah, Jen,
I had mine in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it with my fruit.
Okay.
I sometimes did mine as an afternoon snack. Either did it as breakfast or as an afternoon snack. And the book gives you some recipes to use for it too.
What page is that, Jenna?
This is, oh my gosh, the recipes are so good. Page 107.
Okay.
Page 107. And there's one that has almond butter. And I told you my love affair with peanut butter, right? Well, I love almond butter, and it's fantastic. There were a couple of days I actually had one for breakfast and then a half for snack, because I was going to be running around or something like that. And I don't think that's necessarily recommended, but sometimes life gets in the way and you gotta adjust, you know. So fantastic. I put my HD is now on standard vegan till an eternity.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Any other questions? I think we got it all.
Wow. It's fantastic.
I think we did it. Okay. Well, thank you for your time tonight. If you're ready to get started, if you want to join us this week, just reach out to the person who invited you, get the links, get started. you're going to want to leverage our expertise, because honestly, we went into this program with a pact that we were going to nail it. And we said, we're not going to go off program. We're going to stick to it. None of us cheated. All of us followed the meal plan to the letter. So, we got the optimum results, and we want to help you get there too. So, and we don't intend to do another group. This is one of those programs you don't do, every other month. This is one you do about twice a year. So the next one we're hosting is not until the fall. So if you're going to do it now. So, all right, guys, let's go. Thank you. I'm going to stop recording.